Hey, what's up guys? On this video I'm going to talk about Git, and we are going to go through the Git workflow and some of the basic Git commands. So in Git workflow we have 4 different stages, which is workspace and index and repository stage and remote repository stage. Which is that on this video we are going to demo some Git command like add. We can add our change to index stage, and commit. We can commit to our local repository, and push to remote repository, and we will use pull command to pull the code from remote to our local machine. We can check out different branches, and we can use fetch to fetch latest code. Okay, so I'm gonna move this chart to the side. So before we do anything, we need to create our workspace. So let's say to create a folder called Git Tutorial. So I'm going to open up with VS Code. So before we're going to use in Git, we need to make sure we have Git installed. We can use git-v to check out the version, make sure we have Git installed in our machine. So once we have Git installed, we need to configure some basic configuration on Git. So it's going to be like a username and an email. Our configuration, we can use command called git config, and that's a list. That's my configuration, where I have some username, email, and a default branch called master. So I'll show you. I'm gonna change my username and my email. So what I can do is we can git config -- global, and the username, instead of that we can change, just say Michael. And this global here, you can do that as local or global or system. It's just different in different levels, so we just do that to globally. We set our username, and we can set our email. Gmail. Okay, let's check if we have. Let's check if we have our config set it. As you can see, name is changed to Michael and the email is updated. Okay. So we have our workspace now. So we're gonna do some add our may file a code to index stage. So we are going to create a no, actually before we do anything, we need to initial Git. We need to create Git. So we use the command called git init. So initial the empty Git repository. So this repository at the moment is empty. So we are going to add something to our local repository. So what we can do, we can add a file called, let's say master, because our master branch. So we got master txt, and we add something to our file. So m1. So we have file created. We're going to add it to index stage. So what we can do is a git add. We can use doc here to add whatever, all file or changes, or we can do just add one file, master. So our change is updated and is on index stage now, and we want to add to repository. So before I add it to the repository, I want you to see the status of our Git now. Let's say Git status. As you can see, we have a new file master. We haven't committed, no commit yet. So what we can do is our git commit, and the commit has to have a message called -m, and the message let's say m1. Okay, we have create a commit called m1. Let's check it then. So we see our git status for now. It's empty now. It's no commit, nothing. So what we can use, we can git log, which shows the commit and the commit ID, and the head is point to master, is our branch now. And the author name Michael, that's what we have configured earlier, and the email, and the committed date, and the commit message. Okay, it means now we have commit in our local repository. But next stage, I want to push our change to remote repository. So we need to initial remote repository, then link them together. So I'm going to create a new repository. Let's say Git tutorial demo. Git tutorial demo description, we're gonna leave it blank, and we're gonna create a repository. So we are going to follow the instruction here. For first one is is create a new repository on our local machine, which is already done that already, like Git init. So I'm gonna use the second one. So we're going to add the remote to our local repository. So this is git remote add origin. The origin is called git this address, this URL. This is the location of our remote repository. So we add it, and here is git branch -m main. It means to change our current branch name to main. It's really up to you. So for me at the moment, I just changed that. I just follow the command there. So once we change that to main, so I'm able to push that, as you can see here is push command, push that to our origin. It means that this address. Okay, then we push that. As you can see here, branch main set up to track origin main. So it means that we have uploaded, we have pushed that to remote repository successfully. So let me reload this address. As you can see, we have a file here. We have a commit called m1. We have a master file, and then we have our change here. So far so good. Here we have we done something on Workspace. We passed that to index repository and the remote repository. And now we're gonna reverse that back. You can think of your new colleagues, or maybe you can think of your colleague has updated some code, you want to fetch latest code to your local repository in order to carry on with his work. So next one I want to demo is called fetch. Fetch, it means to fetch latest change or latest commit from remote repository. Okay, for this scenario, I just pretend you have a colleague who edit this file. I add m2 to this file to master txt, and make a commit called m2. Okay, so your colleague make a commit, but you don't know that yet, because at the moment you only have like one commit. So you want to pull down the commit. You want to pull down latest commit from remote repository. So you can use git fetch, which is gonna fetch the latest from remote. So the fetch, once we use the fetch, it goes to our repository. So we want to see that in our workspace. So you can use another command called git merge. So once we get that merge, we enter the command merge. As you can see, we can see the latest commit and latest change. And we can check out our commit by git logs. As you can see, there's like one commit that I have just done, and the other commit is just m2 is another colleague's update. That's fetch, and we are going to talk about. Next, I'm going to talk about pull command. So pull command, you can directly pull the latest commit to your workspace instead of using fetch and merge. Let me just show you. And we can think of another of your colleagues. He make another change against M3, and the commit message as M3. So he commit a message called M3. So what we can do here is we can use git pull, which is gonna pull which is gonna fetch latest change and merge that to our workspace, like from here, remote to workspace. As you can see here, we have pulled that successfully. We have our this M3 from M3 update, and we can check our git logs. As you can see, we have a latest commit here. Okay, and the next one I want to talk about is called checkout. Let's say we only gonna explain checkout, like checkout branch. Let's say another colleague, he's developing something on branch called featured. Let's say we are on main branch now, and then we're gonna view all branches, and we can create a branch called feature. Okay, on feature branch, maybe he's developing something. He had a file called feature. And F1, let's say here the file with the context F1. you make the change, you make the commit called F1. So in order to let's say we have, let's check our branch now. We are on main branch. We can check our like all branch, like Git branch, that's feed, that's all, which is gonna show like our main branch, our origin branch. So what we can do is that we can get pull, use the command called pull to pull down everything. Then we're gonna check our all branches again. As you can see, we have like a feature branch on our remote origin feature branch. We can use the command called git checkout. We can check out our feature branch. As you can see, we are on feature branch now, and on feature branch we have the feature file, and we have a context F1, which is like created by another colleague. That's checkout, and then we can, if we don't want to carry on with feature branch, we can just go back to our main branch. On our main branch, we only have master file, and that's it. So good. And I want to show you another one. Is clone. It's like if I don't have this file, let's say I remove this file, and so for instance, let's say I'm a very beginner, I'm new to this project, I need to clone the project from remote. So what I can do is like I can get the address, the remote address. Well, you can use HTTP or SSH to pull down your project from remote repository. Let's say document. We can use git clone. That's the message. That's the command here. Clone. We're gonna put down the URL. Okay, what happened? I think I mistyping. Git clone. As you can see, and now I have a project called Git Tutorial Demo. Git Tutorial Demo. We can check out our commit. As you can see, we have that all this commit, and we can also get branch. Can check out the branch. So basically, what we just did is just we clone everything from remote repository to our local repository. Okay, that's like very basic tutorial for Git, and on next video I'm going to talk about like more advanced about Git, like a merge, rebase, a stash, and a cherry pick, and how to resolve the conflicts. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on next video. Bye for now.